Hi, everyone, and welcome to another episode of Blogging ABCs. We have a nice panel of hosts. Every one of our hosts is here today. I'm one of your hosts, Deborah Carney,
Hip hip hooray, I'm Vinny O'Hare.
and we also have
Trisha Meyer.
Anne.
And Liz Fogg.
So it's nice to have all four of us, and it's kind of an important Blogging ABCs because Vinny just went to Blog World in New York City.
Woohoo, lots of fun.
And he happened to be near, he was hanging around a booth that talks about affiliate marketing. And what happened while you were standing there?
Well, what happened was I must have stood there for about a half hour in 3 different spurts, a half hour each. And every time somebody came up to the booth, they see the sign that says affiliate marketing, and they asked, what is affiliate marketing? And it had to be over 100 people that asked that.
And here we're at a convention of mostly bloggers.
Who are looking to monetize their content.
Right.
And they have no idea what affiliate marketing is.
And it's probably going to be the easiest way, especially when you're a new blog. Trisha, new blogs, they can't always go out and get sponsors and advertisers. So why don't you explain a little bit, since you've done some presentations to bloggers and folks as to how they can do this?
I have. I love explaining affiliate marketing to bloggers because I think it opens up their eyes to this whole new world of monetization and possibilities. And, when we talk about affiliate marketing, we're talking about small brand names that you may not have ever heard of, like, the Chocolate Bells is one that I just added to one of my sites this week, a place that I had never even heard of before. Then there are also the big brand names, the Old Navys and Amazons and Office Depot and Gap and places like that. So you've got this whole wide variety of thousands of different companies and millions of products that you can be working with. So for bloggers, it doesn't matter whether you have kind of a general catch-all site or you have a really, really specific niche. There's going to be something that you're going to find that works into your site.
And Liz, you're using affiliate marketing on a couple of your sites. One of your favorite merchants is Crazy for Bargains?
Yes, I love Crazy for Bargains on my children's sites.
And that's because?
Because they have a wide variety of children's pajamas, so it's easy to work into many different blog posts to target the specific audience that I have coming to the site.
And they're really good at giving you like links for products that are like Disney themed or other licensed things that you might not be able to get anywhere else. So they really are focused on just pajamas and slippers and boxers and fun stuff like that. So, Trisha, why don't you explain a little bit about, you've listed off some of the merchants. Now, some of them are on networks and some of them are not. Can you kind of explain the difference there?
Basically, for when a merchant decides that they want to engage in affiliate marketing, they've got a couple of different choices, and that is that they can run an in-house program that is solely on their site where they're responsible for creating banners for you, they're responsible for managing the program, they're responsible for paying you, and you're basically working one-on-one with that merchant. I tend to work more with networks, and there are a number of different networks out there. ShareASale, Buy-At, Commission Junction, LinkShare, Google Affiliate Network, PepperJam. Those are some of the biggest ones. Those networks then, once you apply for those networks and get approved, then you're opened up to a whole wide variety of different merchants, and you don't have to really negotiate any of the legalities. They already have all of the agreements out there, and you just decide whether you agree or not. And then they also take care of consolidating payments for you. So I think really the first step, once you decide affirmatively, yes, I want to engage in affiliate marketing, is to go out and pick a few of those networks and apply to them, and then start looking through them. Start looking through, the merchants, start looking through the terms, and decide where you want to go from there.
Well, and you have a lovely slide that I'm looking at that I think we'll post in the show notes, and it says, how does it work? And I think it would be good if we went through this step by step, because bloggers may still be a little confused as to what actually the process is. Once they join a network and get a link, what happens next?
And that actually, I found that on the affiliate marketing Wikipedia. Who knew that there even was one? But it actually has some really good information on it. And that is the chart that you'll find there that we'll post is it shows you that when the customer comes to your website, they're going to click on a link. And that link is going to take them to the merchant, or it might be called the advertiser or the seller. Once they click on that link and they go to that advertiser, they then go through their normal shopping cart process. So you're not touching anything at that point. You're letting them go to that site and do all the shopping and however they would. And then once they leave that site, once they've made the purchase, then that advertiser is going to get the money back to you. And that is going to obviously depend on, like we talked about before, if you're working directly with them, then there's going to be some kind of tracking mechanism that you're going to be able to log in and look for that money. Otherwise, they're going to notify the network, and then you're going to be able to log into the network and see that money. So the customer comes to your website as an affiliate, and if you write a blog post or you have a banner or whatever, they click on it. A cookie is set. They then visit that advertiser. They do whatever they need to do there to make the purchase or generate the lead or whatever, and then the money comes back to you.
So Amazon being a big one that I know a lot of bloggers are probably, when you're talking in your blog and you're talking about a particular book, or a lot of people may not realize that Amazon has a lot more than just books. They have, household appliances and many other things. It's very easy to just put a link to that book in your blog post. And it isn't just a banner stuck on your website. It's an actual link right in your blog post. And then it makes it very normal and natural for someone to click on that link. They see Amazon, they're familiar with Amazon, and then they go ahead and buy it, and you make a commission.
Small commission.
Yeah, Amazon is one of the, it's something that it's easy to get started with. The commissions are kind of low depending on your volume, but it's a good way to get started and get used to the process of going through and getting links.
Sure.
So, Vinny, why don't you explain the difference? Well, Trisha kind of did already. Who are the players?
I think the big one that I didn't talk about is the affiliate manager and OPM. I think it's easy to understand. You're the affiliate. You might be called a blogger. You might be called a publisher. You might be called a website. That's who you, the blogger, are. And the merchant is the store. That's who's selling something. But that other role, that affiliate manager, OPM, I think is the one that confuses a lot of people.
Really?
Yeah, why don't you explain it?
I kind of like that.
Well, the affiliate manager is the one that is going to actually, so like you have a small blog and you want to go to Joann.com and they turn you down. You reach out to their affiliate manager and you say, hey, I've got a blog that's all about crafts and, all about sewing, and I really want to put Joann.com products on my website. And you can talk to the affiliate manager or the outsourced program manager, and they will help you get into the program, and then they will help you find the links that you need and help you get started. So, and the difference between an affiliate manager straight up and an outsourced program manager is that the outsourced program manager manages multiple companies and not just one affiliate program. So they might have multiple companies that are good for you to put on your blog because they usually tend to have similar companies. So like an example is that we manage personally a travel merchant, and we manage a tutoring merchant. So if you have a family website, you can talk about taking a trip somewhere and use Viator links to make money. And you can also talk about how your kids need a tutor, or if kids need a little extra help in school, you can put links to Wyzant. And there's also a nice difference between these two programs. One is a commission-based, where you make a percentage, and Wyzant is actually fee-based, where the blogger makes a set amount of money per person that goes and signs up to have tutoring service. So that shows you, the manager can bring all those things together for you and introduce you to things that are right for your blog.
That was very good.
Thank you.
Right, so I think the next part is basically kind of a walk through what you do. You're an affiliate, you're a blogger out there, and you've decided, yes, I want to take that step and become an affiliate. I don't even know where to start. Number one, sign up for the networks. And we'll link in the show notes to some of the different networks. I mentioned some of them before. And then number 2, you're going to find the merchants that you want to work with, and we'll talk about some different ways to find merchants. And then number 3, you're going to start getting some links and banners up to your site. And then once you drive traffic to your site, you make the money.
Well, and this all sounds very complicated. And I've heard, some bloggers are like, well, that sounds like a lot of work to me. And isn't there an easier way? And there are some third-party tools out there that tend to sound like they're making it easier, but they actually take a piece of your commission. So it really, really does make sense for you as the blogger to go directly to the network and work directly with the merchants you want to work with. Because if we put a third party in the middle, like Big Links or Skim Links, if their site goes down or something happens to their business model or their company, all of a sudden your website doesn't make any money. So it really makes sense to make those direct relationships through the networks to the merchants that you want to specifically feature.
And now finding merchants, it can be daunting just because there are so many. I think you can almost feel like a kid in a candy store when you sign up with the network and you just start pulling up their lists of merchants. It's kind of fun to pull up the list of merchants just to start looking through and see how many there are, but you're going to find yourself getting lost.
Yep.
You're really better off going in and either starting to put in keywords or starting to pull up the different categories that they have that pertain most to your site. And then, when you have some free time, sure, go out and just look through all of them. But really, you need to go in and start thinking about the keywords that match your site or the categories that best match your site. And when you pull those up within the networks, you'll find all of the merchants listed in there. Another thing that I do a lot of times is search for a specific product in Google. So if I know that I want to promote, the Selena Gomez t-shirt, I just do a search for Selena Gomez t-shirt. And chances are pretty good that the top results that are coming up are going to have some affiliate programs. I mean, it's not slam dunk 99% of the time, but I would say probably 80 to 90% of the time when the first links that I pull up, those sponsored links are almost always going to have affiliate programs.
Yep. And then, as Tricia said, now let's say you've logged into the network, you've identified a merchant, and now you need to find your link. And in almost every network, you're able to do a product search. You can always put up a banner, and banners are pretty, but banners don't get clicked on as much as a text link. So if, like for instance, Liz, with your Crazy for Bargains, you actually put up information out of the product data feed, which you just take the image and you take the link to the product, the special coded link to the product, and that way people can actually see the product that you're promoting. And it's not all that complicated to just go in and get the link, and all you have to do is copy and paste, just like you would for, anything else. You're just going to copy and paste it right into your blog post.
Right, and the great thing is you can search the products, you can sort the data feed so that you can actually find specifically the products that you're looking for without it taking a million years to do it.
Right, so you don't want, dad's pajamas, you just want kids' pajamas, and you're able to do a search either through the data feed, or the easier way is just to click on Crazy for Bargains within the Share a Sale network interface and click on product links and just do a search for kids. And they even have a little thing called Make a Page, which will make a table of all different kids' pajamas for you. So that's where you want to step out and talk to your affiliate manager if you want to use some of the more complicated things, because once you look at them and you've used them once or twice, it's not all voodoo and highly technical. It's actually quite easy, and you can just pop in, and once you have direct links to the inside of your network so that you're not having to sort through everything, it really is easy to just pop directly to Viator and find, that New York City tour that you want to take or that you took, and put that link right on your website.
One of the things that I've found over the 6-7 years that I've been an affiliate is that the big brand names that I often think of first tend to be the ones that have the worst terms for me as an affiliate.
Mm-hmm.
So, it's easy to think, oh, I'll go out and pull, these big brand names and put them on my blog because everybody knows these places and everybody shops at them. That's not, it's almost counterintuitive as a blogger to do that, because those are, the links that people are already going straight to those sites because they know those brands anyway. And those tend to be, in most cases, the sites that pay the smaller commissions or might have a little shorter cookie length or things like that. So, we could do an entire podcast just on how you choose the right merchants.
Mm-hmm.
But I do think that there are a few basic things to think about, aside from just obviously you want it to be something that fits your site. You don't want it to stand out like a sore thumb. But there are also some things that you want to look at when you're looking at that merchant. And there are some statistics within each network that are there. And most of the networks even have, little things you can hover over, question marks or whatever, that will explain what those are to you. But you need to look at the statistics they have, look at things like the earnings per click, and see what those numbers look like. And even if you don't remember what that means, compare it across merchants. And so if you're looking at one merchant and that number is $7.34 and the other is $27.34, the $27.34 is better than $7.34.
Yes.
Conversely, you want to look at reversal rates, which is easy to figure out what that means. Reversal means that they're reversing those sales for some reason. And if you see merchants that have really high reversal rates, that means for some reason that they're taking money back away. And sometimes there are reasons for, why some of these statistics vary, but on the whole, it's a good place to at least start looking.
And it's important to, addressing reversals, it's also important to consider the types of products that do have high reversals and then decide whether you want to promote those products or not. Because like in the shoe space, it's a high reversal rate because
Absolutely.
Someone will buy 3 or 4 pairs of shoes in different sizes even maybe, and then they get them and they try them on and then they send back all the ones they don't want. So look at the different shoe merchants and see who has the highest reversal rates among just the shoe merchants, and don't try to compare it to book merchants or clothing merchants. Stay within that vertical and think about, okay, who's best, and compare those within category.
And for me, I also look a lot at the network that they're on and who the affiliate manager or the OPM is. And that's just a part of the, the networking that you start building the longer that you're in the business. But if you, Google the names of the affiliate managers, the OPMs, and it's even more telling if there aren't managers listed. If you can't find an actual email address or an actual name of who's managing that program, what are the chances if you have a question that you're going to be able to get a hold of someone? So, look for that personal information. Look to see if there's an email address or a Skype name or a Twitter name or something like that you're able to get a hold of somebody, so that if you have questions or if you have problems, that they can help you.
Okay. Now, and then aside from all the networks and everything, maybe Vinny can address Google AdSense. When is it appropriate to use? What is it, and when's it appropriate to use AdSense to monetize?
I wasn't
your
expecting
site?
this question. I don't think AdSense has anything to do with affiliate marketing, so I wasn't ready for that.
Well, it's about
I think that's a good question.
Yeah.
I consider Google AdSense to be like, what do they call it? Like the
Ketchup.
intro drug or something to affiliate marketing. It's like that first thing that people try and decide whether they want to stick with it or not, and whether they want to, go further in. Some people don't even consider it affiliate marketing, but I think it can be a way to introduce you to the basics, banner sizes and things like that.
Well, the thing about AdSense is it's really easy to put on your site. You just copy and paste a little code on there, and Google basically handles the ads, and it's normally on topic. So,
what type of sites do you think that AdSense works best for, as opposed to actual product reviews or banner ads?
Well, I wouldn't say it would work best, but probably automotive sites would be one. I don't want to give away too much stuff here.
Sites with
unusual content.
A lot of content.
Yeah, sites with a lot of content that don't have specific products that you can go out and find easily.
Mm-hmm. I read somewhere that people do like 10 car searches online before they actually go visit a dealer. So that means people are doing a lot of reading on car sites. So having AdSense there, where you can end up on the
and it
dealer.
Doesn't work well on pageant sites.
Liz, I was waiting for that.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Well, and the difference between AdSense and other affiliate marketing, which we should have clarified right up front, is that you get paid per click. And Google actually, they populate the ads in your website, but you get paid per click based on the value of the clicks that are on your site. And they also try to match, but like Liz said, for pageant websites, because the keywords are pretty women.
Yeah, you end up with a 5-cent EPC on that one.
Or you end up with inappropriate ads.
Very inappropriate. Very inappropriate. Or you end up with like a lot of times the Christmas shows that the different churches will do are called Christmas pageants. And so while that would be considered on topic,
right,
it's a little different. A religious pageant is a little different from
exactly. That pageant is obviously a show and not a pageant.
Right. So you need to be a little bit careful. Watch the ads. You can also block certain sites, but you have to see those sites before you know enough to go into your AdSense account and block them. So, Trisha, what would you say would be some good sites that you could stick AdSense into?
I like to put it around video.
Okay.
So, if I have some blog posts where I'm putting video in there and I'm just pulling a YouTube video to either demonstrate something or explain something, then I like to put AdSense a lot of times around those. Or just in general, anything that's really hard to monetize. If I am putting up a number of posts and I'm just feeling like I can't monetize them in any other way, then I'll insert some Google AdSense into them. Or if I have a niche site that doesn't really have a lot of merchandising yet, if I'm kind of already ahead of the curve and the merchandising hasn't come out for a movie or a book or something, then I'll insert the AdSense in there just to get a little bit of revenue before I can start adding the merchandise to it.
Oh, good idea. That's really good. Do you use Warner Brothers at all? They're because you do such topical things.
I do.
Okay.
I do.
Yeah, they sent me Lord of the Rings way back when. If you're a good affiliate for some companies, sometimes they'll send you goodies, and that's another reason to get to know your affiliate manager really well.
Yeah.
So, all right. Well, we're at about the 20-minute mark. I think we can talk about this some more, but we can go a little more in depth in an upcoming podcast. And what I would like you to do, Trisha challenged you on your last one on our last Blogging ABCs to, look at different conferences and to identify a networking opportunity for yourself. So for this one, I would like to challenge the bloggers that are out there to identify one network or one merchant that you would want to work with. And
do a Google search.
Do a Google search. And if you have questions or problems, drop a comment, go to bloggingabcs.com and drop a comment. And, we're all people that are here that can help you get started and point you in the right direction. If you have a blog that you don't think can be monetized with affiliate marketing, you're probably wrong. And we're here to help. So, Trisha, final thoughts, and how do people find you on the web?
My only final thought would be that once you start getting into monetization of your blog, if this is something new for you, if you're not already doing some kind of disclosure statement on your site,
yes.
Which I think most bloggers are anyway, but as soon as you start adding anything that monetizes your blog, you need to start looking into doing some disclosure, and maybe we can even do a whole podcast at some point on that too and some different options. But just as kind of a forewarning, if you're going to monetize, make sure you're looking for disclosure as well, whether it's in each post or whether you're putting it in your footer or a separate link. You need to do that as soon as you start monetizing. So Other than that, you can find me at www.tricia.me or on Twitter at SunshineTrisha.
And Liz?
My final thoughts would just be to make sure that you think outside of the box. Like Mom was saying that, you might think that you have a blog that can't be monetized with affiliate marketing, and it's really about thinking outside of the box and really looking at what your audience is, and from there what they could actually benefit from. And you can find me on the web at www.lizfogg.com or Team Loxley Liz on Twitter.
And Vinny?
I think we covered it all. I really don't have no final thoughts.
Okay, so where can people find you?
You can find me at vinnyO'Hare.com or Twitter/Vinny O'Hare.
And Vinny has a lot, VinnyO'Hare.com has a lot of information about affiliate marketing, and he's just being shy about sending you over there to go read some stuff. And as always, you can find me at www.deborahcarney.com. That's DEBORAHCARNEY, since those can both be spelled multiple ways. And you can also find me at twitter.com/Loxley, LOXLY. And as always, please come to bloggingabcs.com, leave some comments, let us know if you learned anything, let us know your questions. We have a Be Our Guest link that if you want to be a guest on our show, and if there isn't one, there will be shortly a link where you can suggest future topics and ask your questions. And as always, we like to thank Geekcast.fm for hosting our shows. And thanks everybody for listening, and have a great day.